Hi, I'm Gavin Haynes, and welcome to another spring review. This time of the year, we always like to sit down on a Monday and look over the ratings for the weekend and do what most punters don't do and review where we went right and where we went wrong, so we can find out if there was any errors that we'd made that in our assessment of runners, just to make sure we're on the right track, and it'll give us some horses to keep an eye on as we go deeper into the spring.
Hi, it's Gavin again, and welcome to my little quick wrap up of how things shaped up on Caulfield Cup day for us. I said in the first that Kalasa, just a 3-all open fillies race. I said I like Kalasa on a 1x3 basis. Thought that was put in, take out. I think we were in front, a foot before the line, a foot after, but somehow Ziz's got the bob on the line, got a soft leaders trip, Ziz's. But look, we took our 1x3 and we'll move on. Race 2 looked a good bet. Rainier, we had Rainier short, $2.30, 98 horse going in after 4 placings, a bit luckless last time. Got the job for us, $3.20 available, started $3.10, so we were away and firing early. Then we have top pick Eduardo. We had Eduardo at 357, and we can see in the flag mate, it got out to us about as high as 365 and was traded quite steadily all the way into 295. Good job for this lightly race type. She Knows was also well in my market. She's been pretty good to us. I think I had her about $8, wasn't in the top 4, but certainly an overlay at tens. We also had bonds away in the burn file, so steered in the right direction there. Onto race 4, the Alingi listed mares. Now, in my comment, I said it was Toby Edmonds held the key with Acme, who had Split I'm Excited and Hoots, and From Within, who I'd rated at $1.29 its last up in the Sunshine Coast. We thought money might tell the tale. Acme was $9 out to 15, and anybody who saw any views, it was all about From Within, and did a great job on speed, leading all the way, which seemed quite beneficial and has been for Caulfield most of the time. You can see there the drift on Acme, 9's out to $15. From Within, I think her drift was basically because she opened a bit lightly. We also had Grey Shadow in my burn file. We missed it last start, but really not one of mine. Didn't do much to change my. It was 6 into 460. So if you could read between the lines, I know I did in my early quaddie, and it was a solid start. Race 5, very elegant. Graceful Grammar was really disappointing here, my top pick. But there's something that's really, look, there's been something missing, and a couple of horses I've missed this spring. There's a common theme that that I'm starting to see that really helps with my punting, and it's within the numbers. And it's what I really basically started to call it a turn of foot rating, and it's just the difference between your speed rating and your sectional rating. So in this race here, we look at Graceful Glamour, for example, 105, 103. So yeah, good numbers over the 1800, 1x3 but half. But actually it's coming in to this race -2. Then we look at a horse like Very Elegant, who I had second pick at $4, who was luckless by an Aphrodite. And we can go and look at its speed rating, sectional rating is 72.81. So even though we've got a weight rating here of 96 for it being 3-year-old fillies Group 2, beating 2.6, had no luck. And your plus you're +9 there. Even if you wanted to take off 3 points for the beaten margin, you're still at +6. So it's like a little turn of foot rating, and it really is. I've learnt this in Hong Kong, and I'm just starting to learn how to deal with it. I can look back at Invincibella, who I missed the other week. And the ones that I miss are the ones that I learn most from. And I've been looking for a theme. Homesman won the first time. Well, Invincibella was going in +12 over the top differential going into that race. Extra Brute that I missed was going in +10 when it won 2 starts back. Homesman early was going in +8. So it really is a little bit of an eye-opener, and will certainly change the structure. And as we all know, turn of foot is imperative. And you've got the +6 horse to the -2 horse, and Very Elegant was backed into $2 on the tote, and one doesn't like. But we were certainly had it right at the pointy end. There really wasn't much of note in the burn file. Over to race 6, Ladbrokes Classic, another leader all the way, thinking big. I don't really worry about neg splits with leaders, and thinking bigger rated $4.05. We can look at the fluctuation. It was 420 into 380. Got that soft trip, and actually ran pretty good time in nice positional sections, and it's a nice Derby lead up. There was a bit of money for Chapada. It had run some positive sectionals last time, obviously looking for ground. Sikorsky had ran third to Extra Brute in this. And Extra Brute was 340 into 240. But ultimately disappointing. And this is, if I drill into the form, we can look at just the difference in Extra Brute, where going into that the win the previous start, we had 86.99. It was going in +13 with that little turn of foot rating, but and it won that race and won it comfortably. The 99 was sort of matched, but then it came into that -1. So you've got Extra Brute coming into this race -1 compared to its, and hence the disappointing performance becomes less of a surprise. So all over it, and like everybody, got the quaddie and early quaddie and made a loss. Best of days, I really liked our 60s Groove. He came out, he'd won the Moe Cup on Friday. Anybody who picked up that backed him and watched a nice Craig Williams ride on the thing. And with all the tempo just came out of this race, with Mask of Time dictating. Best of Days looked the winner again all over the place, bar the dead heat on the line with Mask of Time. Now, Mask of Time wasn't in my market, and this is, again, we will go back to this turn of foot rating that I'm starting to talk about, where Best of Days coming in 108, 109. So so they're good numbers, but only coming in at +1. Yet you've got Mask of Time, who ends up with the soft lead, coming in at +10. Again, even if you take off 1 point race, at very worst, it's coming in +3. And that +3 turns out to be the highest in that race. So as I said, this is only new learning, but it really does give me a vital piece of information about that little turn of foot, and that's key. I think you can even look here at Lifeless Ordinary, and you'll see again, a horse that's light in my market, well back $10, ran third. It's 93. It's coming in +5, which is, again, that was I think that was highest, and Mask of Time was second highest, coming in +3. Mask of Time was the raw +10. So again, it's all new information, but it really does help paint a picture. I've been really rock solid, and there's just seemed to have been a couple of key occasions where something just wasn't grabbing. So it's now like I've got a total time rating, I've got a weight rating, and now I've got this indication of a little turn of foot, which is helping no end. Look, Best Solution, that was a cheeky and good ride, just slowly 4 wide, 3 wide. Like, it was no surprise. King's a Dream was on face value disappointing, but if you want to look at the actual thing in the turn of foot rating, I think it was still plus 18 or something. It was one of the slowest Caulfield Cups. Caulfield Cups traditionally have been rated 118, 119, so I think it rated 105 or something, which was interestingly exactly what I thought Best Solution was at best. Yeah, the top first 4 round over the line, all imports. Says a lot about our staying ranks, one would think, especially when Yucatan's a favourite for the Cup. Look, I did like coming out of that, and I'll talk about that in the results video. But Cliffs of Maha again ran really well, and I think the Melbourne Cup third up might be just ideal for him. So look, he was pretty easy to find. Homesman, we've talked before. He's another horse that has run those big turn of foot gaps that will make me boost his performance. We missed Invincibella a couple of weeks ago. We've addressed that, and I had him much shorter today at 5:30. She ended up in the burn file. And got beat by Shamuk, who was also a little unders, not enough to be in the burn file. But interestingly enough, Shamuk had beaten Invincibella in Sydney, so my claim that those Sydney mares seem to have it over us sort of rings true again. Nice to see Aloysia, who promised to be everything last spring. I rated her 14s and around third. You could have got 40s on the exchange. And I do notice that her ratings were much improved. We'll go over that a bit later. So again, no great surprises there. Sakani, I think I rated $9 or $10 or $7.50. Dreamforce was honest. Peaceful State was a little bit disappointing. But the odd part, I couldn't believe that Tom Melbourne was into 440. Like, that horse just doesn't know where to win. It'll win when it's 26s and it'll bite everybody on the bum. That's known. But he was in the burn file, as was Mr. Steaky was unplaced. So again, pretty much all over it. It was a pretty lackluster Caulfield Cup, but look, we were thereabouts all day, and there's some new information that I put into play on Sunday that worked a treat in Hong Kong. A couple of horses that I would have previously missed that they backed. There was a young horse over there. I'd rated 84, 89 on debut. You know, it was a 60, 86, 80 horse, but it was going in plus 14. So my mind was drawn to it, allowed for improvement. Look, I had it 560, and it was 5:50 5 minutes before they jump, and it was backed into 340. So, you know, and not unders, but the fact that it was then, you know, became second pick in my market, something I would have missed. You know, this has been a real key learning, and I think it's like what a perfect time to have it. We've got our biggest 3 weeks ahead, and I feel like I've found the Rosetta Stone to a little degree. Anyway, a big week ahead. Geelong Cup form guide, that'll go up Tuesday afternoon for Wednesday. We've got Manikato on Friday night. That'll be full comments and form as well, and then into Cox Plate on Saturday. And obviously Marvin guides and all the other metros around that. So no sleep for me, but I love it. G out.
And there you go, another little spring review complete. I hope you got something out of that and found yourself a couple little black bookers to follow over the next few weeks. If you like what we do here, check us out on our Facebook page, like the YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, and head online to www.horsetorque.net and register for your free account. Best of luck punting for the week, and we'll catch up with you all next week.